Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly thrive while others feel stuck on a never-ending treadmill? Well, here's the kicker. They're not superhuman, and they don't have access to a magic wand. They've simply mastered a handful of habits that anyone, yes, even you, can adopt. Today, we're diving into 6 habits of rich people that will change your life. And spoiler alert, none of them require you to win the lottery or suddenly inherit a fortune. Are you ready? Subscribe to the channel and let's get started. To set the stage, let's plunge into the story of Lars, a fisherman whose journey exemplifies the essence of habit number 1. Every morning, Lars would head out to sea, casting his nets and catching just enough fish to feed his family. Afterward, he spent his afternoons enjoying the simple pleasures of life, playing with his kids, chatting with friends, and soaking in the beauty of his coastal village. One day, a wealthy businessman named Eric visited the village and noticed Lars's relaxed routine. Curious, Eric asked, "Why don't you fish for longer hours to catch more fish?" Lars replied with a smile, "I already catch enough to meet my needs and enjoy my time." Eric, determined to offer advice, said, "If you caught more fish, you could sell them, save money, and eventually buy a bigger boat. With a bigger boat, you could catch even more fish, hire workers, and build a fishing empire." Lars raised an eyebrow. "And then what?" he asked. "Well," Eric said, "then you could retire early, spend time with your family, and relax." Lars chuckled and said, "But that's exactly what I'm doing now." This story teaches us an important lesson. Rich people don't just manage time, they guard it like a priceless treasure. They understand that time is the one resource you can't get back. While others are caught up in distractions, they use their time wisely. Learning a new skill, building connections, or working on projects that pay off in the long run. Imagine this. You've got 2 people. One spends their evening scrolling social media, the other spends it learning how to invest. Fast forward 5 years and who's ahead? The person who valued their time. But valuing time doesn't just mean working nonstop. Rich people are also intentional about rest and recovery. They know that burnout reduces productivity and creativity, so they plan their downtime as carefully as their work hours. Whether it's taking a walk, meditating, or spending quality time with family, they ensure their energy is replenished for the tasks that truly matter. Another thing they do? They delegate. They focus on tasks that align with their strengths and passions while outsourcing things that drain their energy or aren't worth their time. It's not about being lazy. It's about being strategic. After all, why spend hours cleaning your house when you could use that time to work on a side hustle or take a course that advances your career? Here's a quick exercise. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to review how you spent your time. Were your actions aligned with your goals? If not, think about how you can adjust. For instance, if you spend 2 hours a day watching TV, imagine dedicating just half of that time to learning a new skill. Over a year, that's 365 hours invested in self-improvement, the equivalent of 9 full work weeks. Time is the great equalizer. Everyone gets 24 hours in a day, but how you use them makes all the difference. Start treating your time like a non-renewable resource and watch how quickly your life changes. Let's dive into the next habit that will change your life. Rich people know the power of constant self-improvement. They're always asking, how can I get better? Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, or finding mentors, they invest in growing their knowledge and skills. Here's the thing about growth. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it often requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Rich people understand that discomfort is part of the process. They willingly take on challenges that force them to think differently, adapt, and grow stronger. They know that the biggest breakthroughs often come right after the hardest struggles. Take reading, for example. The average millionaire reads at least 1 book a month, not just for entertainment, but to gain insights. From biographies of great leaders to books on financial strategies, they are constantly feeding their minds. This habit isn't about quantity, it's about quality. They choose books that challenge their thinking and offer actionable takeaways. Another key aspect of their obsession with growth is mentorship. Successful people actively seek out those who are ahead of them in the areas they want to improve. They're not afraid to ask questions, admit what they don't know, and learn from others' experiences. Mentorship allows them to avoid costly mistakes and accelerate their progress. And let's not forget about feedback. Rich people crave constructive criticism because they see it as a tool for improvement, not a personal attack. They surround themselves with people who are honest and willing to point out areas where they can do better. This willingness to embrace feedback is what sets them apart. Here's a challenge for you. Pick one area in your life where you want to grow. It could be your career, finances, or even personal relationships. Find a book, a course, or a mentor that aligns with that goal and commit to it. Growth doesn't happen overnight, but consistent effort will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. Habit 3. The rich focus on solutions, not problems. Here's a mindset shift that's a total game changer. When faced with challenges, rich people don't dwell on the problem. They immediately start looking for solutions. While others are busy complaining, they're strategizing. There's a quote that perfectly encapsulates this mindset. You can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created it. Albert Einstein's words resonate deeply with how the wealthy approach challenges. They don't let emotions cloud their judgment. Instead, they step back, assess the situation, and brainstorm actionable solutions. For instance, imagine losing a job. Many people would spiral into panic or self-pity, but someone with a solutions-oriented mindset would immediately ask, "What's next?" They'd update their resume, reach out to contacts, and identify opportunities to pivot or even start a new venture. This ability to shift focus from the problem to potential outcomes is what sets them apart. Another key element here is preparation. Wealthy individuals anticipate potential challenges and plan ahead. Whether it's setting aside an emergency fund or diversifying their income streams, they ensure that one setback doesn't derail their entire journey. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. Start training your brain to ask empowering questions like, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I turn this into an opportunity?" This simple shift can reduce stress and help you move forward faster. Over time, it becomes second nature, and you'll find yourself navigating life's hurdles with confidence and clarity. Picture this: a leaky faucet. Some people will complain about the water bill, while others will call a plumber or learn how to fix it themselves. The wealthy mindset is all about action. Start training your brain to ask, "What can I do about this?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" Trust me, this habit alone can transform how you approach everything in life. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and want more content like this, comment the word habits, so I'll notice. Moving forward to our next habit that will change your life. You've probably heard the saying, "Your network is your net worth," and it's true. Rich people understand that relationships open doors to opportunities money alone can't buy. Let me share a story that illustrates the power of building a network. Meet Jake, a carpenter who lived in a small town. Jake was talented. He could craft anything from custom furniture to intricate wooden staircases. But despite his skills, his business was struggling. He was barely making ends meet, relying on word-of-mouth referrals that trickled in slowly. One day, Jake decided to attend a local community event. It wasn't his usual scene. He'd rather be in his workshop than making small talk. But he pushed himself to go. At the event, he struck up a conversation with a woman who turned out to be an interior designer. She mentioned her clients often needed unique, handcrafted furniture, and Jake's eyes lit up. They exchanged contact information, and within weeks, she referred Jake to a high-profile client. That one referral turned into 5 more. Soon, Jake was working on large projects, collaborating with other designers, and gaining exposure he never imagined. His network grew, and so did his business. Within a year, he went from scraping by to hiring a team to help meet the demand. Jake's story highlights an important lesson. Building a network isn't about collecting business cards or being pushy. It's about genuine connections. Jake didn't pitch himself aggressively. He listened, shared his passion, and stayed open to opportunities. His willingness to step out of his comfort zone transformed his career. Here's the takeaway. Start small, like Jake did. Attend events, join online communities, or simply reconnect with people you know. Offer value, be curious, and nurture those relationships over time. Your network can open doors you didn't even know existed. Let's transition to the next life-changing habit. Discipline is the backbone of every wealthy person's success. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, following a budget, or staying focused on their goals, they know that discipline creates freedom. Take Warren Buffett, for example. His daily schedule is surprisingly simple, yet he's one of the richest people in the world. Why? Because he's disciplined about how he spends his time, money, and energy. But discipline isn't just about strict routines. It's about consistency in the face of temptation. Rich people understand that discipline isn't a single act of willpower, but a series of daily choices. For instance, they resist impulse spending by sticking to a clear budget or investing in assets instead of liabilities. They know that every dollar they save today could multiply over time. Another example of their discipline lies in their health routines. Many wealthy individuals prioritize physical fitness because they understand that a healthy body fuels a productive mind. From morning workouts to balanced diets, their self-control in this area often translates into other parts of their lives. They also practice mental discipline by setting boundaries. They avoid overcommitting, learn to say no to things that don't align with their goals, and dedicate time to deep work without distractions. This focus allows them to achieve more in less time. Here's a simple tip to start building discipline. Pick one small habit and stick to it for 30 days. It could be as simple as drinking more water, journaling for 5 minutes a day, or reading 10 pages of a book. Once you see how small actions build momentum, you'll be motivated to tackle bigger goals. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Even when they stumble, successful people get back on track and keep moving forward. Finally, let's talk about the last habit. Rich people don't chase instant gratification. They think in terms of years, even decades. While most people are focused on short-term gains, they're planning for long-term success. One famous painter who exemplified the concept of delaying instant gratification is Leonardo da Vinci. Known for his meticulous and often slow approach to his work, da Vinci would spend years perfecting his masterpieces, such as the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. His dedication to detail and his willingness to take the time needed to achieve perfection are prime examples of delaying instant gratification for the sake of creating timeless art. Imagine if da Vinci had rushed through his work to gain quick applause. His legacy would have been entirely different. This habit shows up in how the wealthy invest, build relationships, and make decisions. It's about asking, how will this choice impact me 5, 10, or even 20 years from now? They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Take investing, for example. Instead of chasing high-risk, short-term gains, they focus on assets that grow steadily over time, like real estate, index funds, or businesses. They understand the power of compounding. A small effort or investment made consistently over years can lead to monumental results. Delaying gratification also applies to personal growth. Wealthy individuals resist the temptation to take shortcuts, knowing that real skills and meaningful achievements take time. Whether it's learning a language, building a business, or mastering a craft, they commit to the long game. Here's a practical takeaway. Start thinking like da Vinci in your own life. Whether it's saving for a major goal, developing a new skill, or building a relationship, remind yourself that the best things take time. Embrace patience and trust the process. So there you have it. 6 habits of rich people that will change your life, wrapped up and ready for action. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. First, value your time. Treat it as the precious, irreplaceable resource it is. Second, commit to growth. Push yourself to learn, adapt, and become better every day. Third, focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. A proactive mindset will always take you further. Fourth, invest in building meaningful relationships, because a strong network can be your greatest asset. Fifth, cultivate discipline. It's not about perfection, but persistence and consistency in the choices you make. Finally, think long-term. Remember, the best things in life take time and effort, just like Leonardo da Vinci's masterpieces. Now, here's a question for you. Which of these habits resonates most with you? Which one will you start applying in your life today? Share your thoughts in the comments because your journey can inspire someone else. Thank you for spending your valuable time here. If this video gave you that light bulb moment, I highly recommend checking out my next video, which complements this one perfectly. Share this video with a friend who could use this knowledge, and hit subscribe so you never miss out on life-changing insights. Remember, success isn't reserved for the elite. It's for anyone willing to put in the work and adopt these transformative habits. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.